Well, sometimes we're given the option of where we could either battle or we can give up. Sometimes those battles can tend to be a little bit dangerous. So today we're going to go over which ones you should be battling on and then the other ones that you should be giving up and running away. But before I forget, I do want to mention there is the one where you can go and bet on the human or the werewolf, and I believe it was Funny Gesture that was the first one that brought it to my attention, that if you do select the wrong one, you could go force close the game, go back in, it'll say, hey, do you want to continue where you left off, and select whichever one was the winner on it, and you'll get a reward for doing so. Now those ones that are labeled dangerous are going to be more towards the end when we get close to that final boss. But however, there is times where you can go and have ones that say battle or give up towards the beginning, and those should always be ones that you're going to battle. This is a great way to get experience, and they're really not going to be too difficult. If you are losing to them, you're probably not ready to play that chapter. However though, with those difficult battles, there will be 3 different ones. You're going to have the Challenger, you're going to have a Valorious Prize, and then you're also going to have an Ancient Legacy. Now, as far as the first one, that's going to be the Challenger, and defeating them will give you experience and also give you the Challenger chest. Be careful though, because it can also contain this mob right here, which I find a lot of people struggle with on it, and it usually leaves them in a bad position. Now, as far as the Challenger chest you get out of this, it will just be pretty much a regular chest. You're going to have that chance of getting a basic skill or even getting a legendary skill. I don't think I've been lucky enough to see a mythic skill out of it yet, but still, this is a nice way. If you think you can beat them, go in there and definitely take them. And I also forgot there is one that just is labeled as a daunting opponent. It still is a dangerous one, but going and defeating that one will not give you a chest. Pretty much just going to give you some experience in hopes that you will fill your meter up, that you could select one that way. Now, another one I tend to go for is the one that's labeled the Valorous Prize, and once again, this is just going to be another way to get a chest out of it. Don't really remember if I saw mythic ones in here, but I usually see a good chance of the skills being legendary. I think most of the time I see this, they let you decide who you're going to fight, like do you want to fight the werewolf or the Gordon, and either one you pick doesn't really seem to make a difference of what that reward will be. But the reason I wanted to actually make this video is going to be for the last one, and that's going to be when you see it say you have an Ancient Legacy. And going and selecting this one to defeat them will give you some really weird abilities that you can get that could definitely screw up your build inside the game. Although this one usually is going to be mythic skills, but like I said, it is going to be a weird one. So the Pet Tamer here, for example, is going to increase pet damage by a whole bunch, but it's going to decrease our crit rate. And then the Wizard is going to increase our skill damage by a ton, but on the other hand, it's going to be reducing our counter rate and combo rate. And lastly, you can see the Orc there that's going to increase the crit rate and the crit damage, but we won't be able to restore our rage. Now there's more of these like the Vampire or the Werewolf and a ton of other mythic stats, but the fact that we have these in here can really throw your game on a 180. So definitely stay away from these Ancient Legacy ones. It's not something you want to screw up if you are doing well. So I guess let me know if you usually battle these dangerous challenges, and I don't know where I'm going to be throwing this video or when I'm going to be posting it. So if you want to know some really good information, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.